Blessings, blessings, peace, peace. It's androgynous Anjaquan, early morning. Uh, Time is really relative, just uh, making mention of it, making note of it. Probably when my eyes look so low. I ain't jazz, even though in other videos I was twisting up something every now and again. Really laid it down. It just I've noticed how high my vibration is without it, and I don't want to lower my vibration at all. So the fact that I was able to feel my vibration go down was a key indicator that it was time for me to lay that down and press on beyond it. Even though I do love her, the Mary. I was born in a house that had a 6 foot hemp plant in it, so I've always been naturally in tune with Mary and the hemp plant in general, the cannabis plant anyway in general. But I just wanted to make a video to talk about some stuff. Let's get my Nubian pyramid here. I just wanted to talk about some stuff. Some stuff came on my mind when I was in there brushing my fangs, and I just started to think about how I really just want to represent as best as I can for my particular species of man that's not commonly understood. We're different as could be, but make no mistake about it that we are the new breed. We are this. And I was thinking about Kanye West in particular. It came on my spirit today. Somebody was talking about him, and I've had to do. I don't. People can defend themselves, but oftentimes when a particular point of view isn't understood and only one side is being spoke of, then I'll step up and I'll speak on that other side that's not being spoken of, because it deserves to be mentioned. There's two sides of every coin, as the saying says, and if you turn that coin sideways, you got that side that's touching both sides at the same time. So there's always a underlying truth beyond the different perspectives, and a lot of folks just feel that a lot of different artists have sold out, or haven't done what they need to be doing for the community, and this, that, and the third. And I can't disagree with those things, but at the same token, I feel like it's not up to somebody else to do it. It's up to you. It's up to you to do it. It's up to you as a person, as an individual, to do it. It's not about finances. It's not about money, even though these are key ingredients, I guess, to make things happen. But more than anything, is the knowledge and the wisdom and the awareness of things that is true wealth, and is really what makes a community. It isn't money. We've seen many a community be built with money being the premise, and it not survive and it not last, because money isn't what takes a community. It's the knowledge and information. Once you're able to change the information, you're able to change the soil of that environment, and then you're able to really grow solid trees. You're able to really grow people up, and they're really able to step into the best versions of themselves when they have the proper information and the proper wisdom. So, but Kanye West is often a person who's not understood. I'm the type of individual who tries to who attempts to wrap my heart around any and everybody, because I see everybody outside of me as a reflection of me in one way, shape, or form. Certain times, certain people I may not. They represent parts of me that I don't express in this particular incarnation. It's numerous people that way. Like Terry Crews, for example. He expresses a bigger, more muscular version of myself. I don't have the build in particular to be that build, nor the desire to be of that size. But he is, and that's who he is. There's nothing wrong with that. We're actually born from the same city, Flint, Michigan. Shout out to that brother who's doing his thing. And but people can say that he's not doing his part because he hasn't given back to Flint, Michigan. He's not helping give his millions to the city of Flint and help build it up and provide jobs. But nobody's talking about Terry Crews. Every time they see Terry Crews, they're excited, they're laughing, because he's sitting there dancing as huge as could be and is moving his tail off, moving better than a lot of folks my size can. So, but Kanye West in particular, I really his spirit really resonates with me because I know he's an androgynous being too, and he's also a revolutionary. He's also somebody who has in his heart, the desire to help people, help all people, especially those who have been oppressed. And I noticed to be the case. If you watched Kanye West, if you watched his BBC interview, he expanded on a lot of different things, and he talked about how his father is a revolutionary, and really worked with the homeless in the area that he was born and raised in, and worked so close with the people to the point where he even moved to the Dominican Republic to have an even bigger impact in that area. I guess that's the area that he felt called to, so that's the area that he went to. And so he has a revolutionary in his genes, in his genetics, to really help people and really try to provide a better situation for folks. So Kanye West isn't the problem, he's not the issue, he's not the issue at all. It's if, as he said in that interview, people who are fans of Kanye West aren't necessarily fans of Kanye West, but they're fans of themselves. They believe in themselves, and that's often what he places in his music. Jay-Z, Sean Carter is another person who does that as well. Even though people may think he speaks from a particular point of view where he's talking about what he has and what you don't have. You got to understand where that brother came from, which he speaks about numerous times in his music, that this brother came from nothing. He wasn't born into a family of wealth. He started from nothing and eventually accumulated and built himself up into being the person that he is, and to being the artist that he is, and to being the businessman that he is. You can say whatever you desire about the conspiracy theories. I've researched many of those, and and that's another topic in itself. The point, what I'm trying to make is that these people outside of you are the problem. These people outside of you are representations of yourself. You can sit there and say what they're not doing, but it always boils down to what are you doing. Most of the people who are talking, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. They're just talking about what somebody isn't doing, but they're not doing anything themselves. I've seen it to be the case numerous times, and it's like that with me. Even though I'm doing this channel and I'm making videos, it's not like I'm asking anybody to come and support me or support my movement. We do need to work together, but I feel like we can, if anything, we can work together separately. We can work together separately, and then in our own particular realms, in our own particular world, still get this job done that we're going to get done. I don't need a whole bunch of people to follow me and work with me as the Christ. I just need you to understand who you are as the Christ in your world. You know what I mean? Because I am the Christ in my world. This is the case, and there are other people who are the Christ in their world. Other times you see they begin to accumulate vast amounts of finances materially. And but that's not the only sign of a Christ being. But oftentimes the currency is energy, and to reach the level of Christ it's a entitlement bestowed upon you based on the vibration and the frequency and the love quotient that you reach, inside of you. That's what makes you the Christ, So Kanye West isn't the problem, There isn't any problems, It's just situations, just situations that present themselves. People handle themselves however they choose to handle themselves. I appreciate Kanye West and his music. I appreciate I've heard a lot of different songs, not just those mainstream songs, but I've heard a lot of different songs where I can feel his spirit in his music, as you can in anybody's music, and you could tell. When somebody speaks from their heart, you can tell what really somebody has inside of them. Like Jay-Z's music, he speaks about material things often, but if you listen to his music, if you really gone into his music, you found that he's giving you clues about you being God, about you being God in your world. He's giving you these clues, and that's not something that everybody has given you. I've gone to churches and was raised in churches where they never told me that I was Christ, or they never told me that I was God, or they never told me. They never even tried to give me clues about having confidence in myself. They just told me that I need to be worshiping Jesus the Christ and appreciating Him dying on the cross for me, and that by me believing in Him that I'm saved, and now my life is His. That's basically what they told me. They didn't tell me that that I can do anything that I put my mind to. you know, there's certain verses that say this, but the leaders of these ministries aren't perpetuating the fact that you can do anything that you want to do, that this world is yours. You know, they're not doing this. You know, they're basically just giving you a little piece of motivation and inspiration, but only enough so that you can come back and need them for some more pieces of inspirational pie, but not giving you empowerment to where you can learn how to gather the ingredients and bake your own pie and eat of that inspiration and power, and be empowered of your own accord. You know, given a relationship that you cultivated with spirit. You know, so it's not anybody outside of you that's going to get it done. It's up to you. You know, it's up to you, and I know it's up to me, and that's why I can reaffirm. I can say with wholeheartedly that, you know, this world is going to get to the level of harmony and peace that we want to get it to, because I won't rest until it happens. I won't rest. Personally speaking, I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm not talking about what somebody else is going to do. Personally speaking, I'm not going to rest until it gets done. And it's happening. You know, it's happening. I'm creating my world that I desire to be as the Christ. I'm creating this heaven on earth right now, in these moments of now. Making this video is another stone in this new kingdom that we're building. But it's not the only stone. There's multiple things that's being done. There's multiple things that I'm doing, and I really don't even have to do anything. But I choose to do it because it's more experiences for me to allow the God in me to express itself as God. You know, and I'm being an example for my prince and showing him, you know, what he's capable of. You know, what he could do. My niece is going to be able to see these videos and know what her uncle was talking about, and understand where her uncle was coming from, and be able to download my spirit, and be able to download the spirit of truth and love inside of her being through these videos. So, you know, we're getting the job done. But yeah, so I wanted to touch on that. I know I went around the world with that one, just touching on the Kanye West dynamic. You know, that it's, you know, it's not about what this brother is doing and he's out of control and none of that. Some of that's a show. A lot of that's a show. I know that brother's spirit, and oh no, he's thinking about progression. He's thinking about upliftment. He's thinking about empowerment, and that's not a show. That's in his genes. That's what's just naturally flowing out. He's playing the game that he has to play, and that's what it is. You know, certain people try to fight against these particular things, and myself included. I try to fight against having to play a certain type of game, you know, because I don't feel like I need to play those, and if I don't feel like I need to play them, I don't have to play them. You know what I mean? Like it's up to you to create your world, but so often we're focusing on somebody else that we're not taking the time to manifest what we desire to manifest, and that's what this new reality is about. That's what this fifth dimension is about. Fifth dimension is about. It's about you manifesting a reality that you choose to. So I'm excited about doing it. I'm excited about helping this city raise itself up. Fayetteville, North Carolina is going to become more content. It's going to become a solid platform and a solid example of what community is capable of doing if they begin to work together and believe in themselves, you know, and believe that that we don't need to depend on somebody else. You know, all we need is each other, and all we need is me, you, us. You know, that's it. So on that note, you know, I'm gonna wrap it up. I just wanted to send love, positive vibrations. Just create another video. I'm on this thing where I'm just trying to create something new every day, and I've been doing very well at it, and I'm gonna keep on doing it, and that's what it is. Hopefully, somebody else is inspired by these things. If not, you know, why wouldn't they? That's what it is. TOG, Trees of Goodness, Isaiah 61:3. I love you. Be peace, be love, be encouragement, and let's grow. TOG.